Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Asman Sari, the founder of the network Peacemakers Pakistani, which is meant to educate and carry out placemaking projects in Pakistan for developing and for creating better places for people and enhancing the quality of life for them. Today, I welcome you all for this special episode for the Real Placity Challenge. We are here to learn about the challenge, and I have Sara Candiracci with me today. Sara is an urban planner and researcher with 16 years of professional experience. She has been working in the field of sustainable urban development and planning across Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. She holds a PhD in heritage-led urban planning with a thesis on the role of cultural heritage in social inclusion and placemaking in East Africa. She joined Arup in 2017 and have been working and living in different countries since then. She has been contributing in different sectors regarding urban planning and placemaking and the social issues as well. She says her passion lies in working with multidisciplinary teams and using applied research and stakeholders' engagement and participation as entry point to innovation and sustainable transformation. You can know more about her and her projects in detail in the profile linked in description box below. Welcome, Sara. Thank you for making time for this interview. I'm happy to have you with me today. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you very much for this great opportunity and for having me.
Pleasure. Okay, so shall we start with our questions and learn about the Real Placity Challenge? I'm very excited about it, and I'm really looking forward to be a part of it in the future.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us about what is the Real Placity Challenge and what are the aims of it?
Absolutely. So the Real Placity Challenge is an international competition that awards and celebrates cities and urban practitioners that have successfully used playful placemaking to overcome pressing challenges in their communities or in their neighborhoods. And they use also playful placemaking to create environments that give people time, space, and opportunities to play. So the Real Placity Challenge is basically looking to shine a light on all the great examples around the world that inspire and show the way to a better, more resilient, playful public realm of all sizes and shapes, and with people, in particular children, at its heart.
Okay, cool. So can you tell us more about the background of it, who is behind the project, and when was it started?
Yeah, so the project is about the word is about play and placemaking, and we are doing this initiative because we know that play is key, is essential for children happiness and also well-being. In fact, evidence shows that play equip children with a set of skills such as social skills, physical, emotional skills. Also, play helps building children resilience and also creativity and help them to thrive. So greater availability of play opportunities and playful spaces can have a positive effect also on communities as a whole. So not only children, but also adults. And this is because outdoor play and interaction generate numerous benefits for communities and cities, and play spaces frequently become community hubs where people can engage with each other. And despite the evidence of the importance of play is undervalued, is underprioritized, and is unrecognized in children's lives. So children today have less time for play of all kinds than previous generation, and are missing out on vital development opportunities as a result. And the erosion of play has become a silent emergency across the world. So there is an urgent need to rethink how children are ensured the time, choice, and space to play. And placemaking and the intervention in the built environment are key to reclaim the value of play in children's lives through city planning and development. So, in fact, we know that the built environment is a critical play and learning resource for children. In fact, cities offer opportunities to better realize the potential to learn through playful experiences by harnessing children's innate curiosity through play, learn and practice the relational skills that enable our communities and society to be adaptable, sustainable, and flourishing. So we believe that cities should provide a playful backdrop for children and communities. So that's by reclaiming and integrating play into children's everyday spaces and everyday life. And the Real Placity Challenge aims to celebrate the great work done by cities and urban practitioners around the world, the work that they've done to reclaim places for children to play in cities and in urban areas. And the objectives of the Real Placity Challenge are to inspire more cities placemakers, urban planners, and other key city stakeholders, such as private investors and community groups. So inspire them to embed play into their work and to take action. The other objective is to optimize, integrate, and disseminate international knowledge and inspire change, and also to help existing initiatives to scale up in different contexts around the world.
Okay, so who is behind this project?
There are two key players behind this project. The first one is the Real Play Coalition, which is a not-for-profit alliance, including Arup, where I work, Ingka Group, IKEA, the Lego Foundation, National Geographic, and UNICEF. And the other player is PlacemakingX, which is this network, global network placemakers, which is represented in this project by STIPO and Huasipichanga.
Okay, yes, I know these people and they are doing the great effort. Amazing. Okay, so when did this first Real Play City Challenge start?
So the first edition of the Real Play City Challenge was initiated in 2020, and the aim was to promote and scale up child-friendly, safe, and playful urban practice. In the first edition, we celebrated 10 winning cities and placemakers who have been reclaiming play across 6 continents. So we have been showing through the first edition how play is valued all over the world. And the first edition was hugely successful. So we decided to come back this year in 2022 to celebrate cities and urban practitioners who are addressing pressing global challenges in their local communities, in their neighborhoods, through playful placemaking. And so we're looking basically at communities who are experiencing looking at community or cities who are experiencing the effect of conflict and displacement, who are facing the challenges of adapting to climate change, who are struggling to create places that cater to diverse and varied needs for local community. So through the Real Play City Challenge, we aim to celebrate how these cities or placemakers have been using innovative solutions to create playful spaces to address these specific global challenges.
All right. So what is the theme of this year?
The main theme of the 2022 edition is local communities, global challenges. And there are 3 urgent challenges or topics that we aim to address through this theme. The first one is places where play heals people. So in all situations, it is important that people have access to spaces for play, and even more in situations where life is challenging. So this could be cities destroyed by war or other disasters, or where people need to seek refuge in unfamiliar, crowded cities and temporary settlements. So playful placemaking can create quick, impactful change to the public realm, providing relief in both temporary and permanent environment. So this is why we choose the theme of places where play heals people. So the Real Play City Challenge is looking for inspiration and good examples that show how playful placemaking initiatives are making a difference in cities affected by conflict, migration, and disaster. The second challenge we are looking at addressing through playful placemaking is places where play supports climate action. So we know that there is a great urgency to depave, debrick the public realm to make room for increasing rainfall, more greenery, and more shade. So cities worldwide also need to adjust the public space to beat heat stress, prevent flooding, improve biodiversity, and also harvest rainwater for dry seasons. So there are several investments that can be done, and these investments, interventions, can create a great opportunity to both create climate resilient environments, educate about the importance of biodiversity and climate action, at the same time create spaces for play. So besides contact with nature is also so important for children's well-being and development, and to create a greater sense of empathy and respect for nature. So with the same intervention and investment, cities can be better for people and for the planet. So this is why the Real Play City Challenge would like to award placemaking initiatives that add nature-based play or advocate for climate action while reclaiming play in cities, which create benefits for the people and the planet. The last challenge or topic that the Real Placity Challenge aim to to address is places where play unites us all. So when a playful environment is not appropriate to the abilities and needs of all its people, they feel left out, unsafe, or unwelcome to use that space. So people they're not people who bring discomfort or disability to a public space. They find it there when they're faced with obstacle to their participation through a lack of inclusive, sensitive design. The public realm should provide safe and healthy recreation opportunities for all citizens. So regardless of age, wealth, gender, sexual orientation, physical or psychological challenge, culture or spiritual beliefs, the public realm has to be inclusive for everyone. So activity that foster inclusivity helps to develop self-esteem, improve social skills, stimulate the mind, combat loneliness, and enable stronger ties and understanding between different people. That is the reason for the third theme to be about, that is about places where play unites us all. So the Real Placity Challenge is looking for inspiring and stimulating examples that show the way forward in providing opportunities for inclusive play in our cities and neighborhoods.
Okay, so that means we have three themes this year: places where play heals people, places where play supports climate action, and places where play unites us all. Amazing.
Correct.
Okay, so who is the target group for this challenge?
Yeah, so the challenge, basically, as I said, it aims to celebrate initiatives that effectively foster an enabling environment for community-driven play approaches. So we invite initiatives globally in our open call and targeting cities and placemakers. When we talk about cities, we mean we include local governments, municipalities, who can apply through their decision makers, mayors, public servants, or and public citywide organization. The other audience or target group are placemakers, urban practitioners, including organizations and individuals who are working in the urban arena, such as urban planners, designers, architects, engineers, developers, public space activists, social innovators, also schools, and also we're looking at artists, cultural managers, sociologists, basically organizations who have been implementing a playful placemaking initiative in their neighborhood or in their community.
So I suppose everyone can register, I guess. They just need to have a project to share with people with some background and with some amazing approaches and how they have managed to make it happen. Okay, so now let's learn about the works done by Arup. So let's move on to that. Okay, so when you say play, what do you mean by that? Why is play so important?
So play is essential for children's well-being and happiness, and also is so important for the healthy development, physical, emotional growth. In fact, our research and studies show that play supports children's well-being by fostering their learning and holistic development, including social, emotional, cognitive, physical, and creative skills. And play is also is an ideal way to equip children with a broad set of flexible competencies and also personal capacity to build resilience and also to tackle new and different challenges in a creative way. And also research has shown that play is not only about the activity itself. If we want to support children's development and critical skills for a changing world, we need to provide playful experiences that foster deep learning and high order skills development. For example, while we know that free play, which are like child initiating and directed play, we know that is very important and it contributes to a range of positive development outcomes. Also, evidence shows that guided play, which is a type of play where an adult initiates or designs an activity that is centered around a learning goal, we saw that is an effective approach for strengthening a range of critical skills that are important for children development. Play, outdoor plays, and interaction are also very important because they generate benefits not only for children but for the entire community across cities, because play spaces, they frequently become focal community hubs where residents can engage with one another. Also, play helps improving social cohesion and also reducing the antisocial behavior and vandalism in spaces. But despite this evidence of the role that play has for children healthy development and well-being, play is undervalued and it's under prioritized in children's life. So children today have less time for play of all kinds than previous generation and are missing out on vital development opportunity as a result. So there is basically an urgent need to rethink how children are ensured the time, choice, and space to play. And this is why Arup is working on this topic.
Amazing. And yes, being a mental health advocate, I have also learned that the play is very important and crucial for the mental health and development of the children. And if they are not playing, that is an indicator that there's a problem in them, emotional or mental blockage in them. So that's amazing work. Thank you for sharing it. Okay, so on the theme of the importance of play in our cities, you contributed with Arup to the elaboration of the Playful Cities Toolkit. What is it about and what is its purpose?
Yes, the Playful Cities Toolkit was developed by Arup and the Lego Foundation in partnership with the Real Play Coalition, and it is an online tool which is available on our website, and it provides a range of resources to understand the complexity of play in cities, to guide the design of play-based interventions, and to measure the impact of such interventions. And it brings together the field of play and placemaking, and its application basically maximizes the chance for children to engage in playful activities in their lives. So basically, the tool provides guidance on how to initiate the design process in a simple and holistic approach by assessing, prioritizing, and proposing play-based intervention in urban areas. And the toolkit includes different tools and practical templates to be used as guides to assist the design process and maximize the chance for children, as I said, to engage in playful activities. The tool is also the results of the work that Arup and the Lego Foundation has been doing in London, in Cape Town, and Milan through the Reclaim Playing Cities initiative, where the toolkit has been tested and further developed based on our field experience.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what are the benefits of a playful city? And it's not just for the children, but how adults will benefit from play in our cities.
Yeah. So basically, the choices we make in the way we design our built environment, our cities, through urban planning, through urban design, choices to encourage play can really help to ensure children and also adults have both a healthy life and the best chance to basically build those skills and the capacity to tackle the challenges of today and tomorrow. And by taking a child-friendly approach and a playful cities approach, is also possible to tackle issues in a more holistic, integrated manner, creating also benefits and positive outcomes, not only for children, but for everyone. In fact, the evidence has showed that by focusing on the needs of children, there is the potential to act as a unifying theme to navigate the complex challenges and gain support for progressive agenda, including health and well-being, sustainability, economic development, climate resilience and safety, and also to act as a catalyst for urban innovation. Also, this approach can contribute to achieve several United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And also we saw that when designed to enable meaningful play and exploration, the built environment can improve skills development and enhance pro-social behaviors. Green spaces and community art installation, for example, can offer children considerable play values. Play areas can be embedded in the way we design and plan for public space, transforming the way to school into a learning opportunity or polluted and unsafe sites into vibrant assets. And play elements can also shape the way we design and plan for basic infrastructure, such as hand washing units or stations and water and sanitation facilities in refugee camps and informal settlement. Also, we saw that a combination of formal and informal play solution can cultivate a greater sense of place and also allow fuller play experiences and create substantial benefits for children, their families, and their communities. In fact, play is associated with higher level of volunteering and community actions, also improve social cohesion between different ethnic groups, and also reduce the incidence, as I said, of antisocial behavior and vandalism. And just to say what is the benefits, like a successful city is a city where children of all ages are active and visible in the public realm. And the amount of time children spend playing outdoors, the ability to get around independently, and the level of contact with nature are strong indicators of how successful a city is performing, not just for children, but for everyone.
Okay, so we can find this on a website, on Arup's website, right? The toolkit?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And in the Real Play Coalition website as well.
Okay, great. Okay, and in the toolkit, there's mentioned the reasons and the methods of why and how the placemaking can help in creating playful cities, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, great. So we leave on to the audience to answer the question of why placemaking should be used for creating the playful cities, and we will link the Playful Cities toolkit in the description box below. Okay, so Sara, tell me about what is the urban play framework.
Yes, the urban play framework is at the core of the Playful Cities toolkit. It was developed by Arup and the Lego Foundation, basically to capture and understand the complexity of play in cities. So considering all the challenges and opportunities, and also to inform the design of playful cities. The development of the urban play framework was guided by a key question, which is what makes the built environment an enriching and nurturing play and learning experience for children to support their optimal development. So we developed the urban play framework because we saw that there was limited guidance on how to design neighborhoods that encourage play beyond playgrounds and consider all of the environments in which children spend time, including public spaces. So basically, the urban play framework, together with Toolkit that helps to apply the framework in different urban contexts, basically the framework try to fill this gap, and it brings together the field of play, placemaking, to better understand the complexity of play in cities and to provide actionable guidance in a simple and holistic framework. The framework is a free resource for urban practitioners, city authorities, and private investors. Is available online. You can download it. It's part also of the Playful Cities toolkit. So it's also a free resource that was developed to reclaim the value of play in city design and planning.
Awesome. Okay, so what are the fundamental dimensions a public space should have to ensure a child-friendly and playful environment?
Yeah, these three fundamental dimensions are very much linked to the urban play framework, where we identify three key areas which are critical for designing playful urban environments, and also which are critical to support playful learning activities and children well-being and optimal development in cities. The first dimension is about facilitation for play. The second one is about time and choice for play. And the third one is spaces and facilities for play. And when we talk about the dimension, we look at both physical interventions, at the same time kind of soft infrastructure that is required to support the implementation, the maintenance of playful interventions in cities. So looking at facilitation for play, basically this dimension look at play if play is understood and actively supported by caregivers, teachers, community members, and city authorities at all. Time and choice for play basically looks at if children have adequate time and choice to engage in stimulating and rewarding play activities alone or with their playmates and caregivers. Looking at different play types and also different abilities for children. And spaces and facilities for play look at if children with different cognitive, social, emotional, and physical capacities have access to adequate play spaces, playable environments and facilities for different play modes, and if they have a variety of different toys, creative supplies, materials, and equipment for play. And these three dimensions should be designed so that play is embedded into children's lives and into, in particular, into the traditional environments like homes, schools, public spaces, and so looking at play beyond playgrounds and spaces that are not normally considered when you think about play, because normally play is associated with playgrounds. What we want to promote is to promote play everywhere and for everyone. So also in streets, vacant lots, and how can we reimagine these spaces and put in play and children well-being their heart.
Okay, so what are the various steps and resources included in the toolkit?
So the Playful Cities Toolkit provides a range of resources to support local governments, urban practitioners, and local communities to understand the complexity of play in cities, to guide the design of play-based intervention, and also to measure their impact. And the toolkit, the way it's structured, looks at a simplified design process, which considers three main phases: understand, design, and measure. And the application is supported by a set of resources, including methods and tools for conducting a play assessment, for organizing co-creation workshops, and also for measuring the impact of such interventions. So the first part of the tool is about understand, and it provides resources and tools to help the user to understand the complexity of play in cities, so looking at challenges, opportunities, and also considering different urban scales and systems. And in this phase, there are like three main steps: is desktop study, field study, and also reporting. The design part of the tool provides tools and resources to help to support the planning and design of play-based interventions at different stages of a master planning process. While the third part of the tool is about measure, and it provides resources for measuring impact or outcomes achieved through play-focused interventions. And here, I would also like to mention that we are currently working with Lego Foundation, Catalytic Action, and also PlacemakingX on an additional resource that will integrate the design aspect of this toolkit. In fact, we are developing a very practical guide on how to design play for everyone, not only for children, but also for adults. So embedding, again, play into the built environment to create benefits, not only for children, but for everyone.
Amazing. Looking forward to that as well. Okay, so is there any particular interesting case study within your publication that you would like to share with us as an inspiration?
Yeah, I think actually when we developed the Playful Cities Toolkit, and also when we developed the Urban Play Framework, we were really, and I was really amazed about all the great work that is already happening. The problem is that in many cases, the scale of the impact of this intervention is very limited, because they are like small interventions that are not, they don't have maybe the resources, the capacity to be upscale, to be implemented at a bigger scale, and so to achieve a bigger impact. But one in particular that I really like is in Lima, in Peru, that was implemented in collaboration with the Bernabrea Foundation, which are in particular the Urban 95 program, which is Bernabrea Foundation is also another partner we work with as Arup to look at play, to look at not only at play, but child-friendly cities, in particular for young children, their caregivers. So the initiative Lima 95, that is like Zona Calma de Lima, this is quite the quiet zone of Lima, is implemented by the municipality of Lima to create, to transform the city into a safe, healthy, and playful and green city or environment for children and their caregivers. And they have multiple projects that they are putting together, that advancing together in parallel, because they want to create a child-friendly and safe and playful urban space through an integrated approach that looks, as we saw in the urban play framework, not just at the physical intervention, that is very important, at the same time also looking at the soft infrastructure or support that is required to make sure that the intervention is sustainable in the long term.
All right. Okay, so what is the one thing that cities and urban practitioners can start doing today to include play in their cities?
I think, first of all, to understand that play should be part of all aspects of children's lives. as an element of both the activities they do and the environment where they live. But play, in fact, play is often seen as an activity which is confined to playgrounds or is confined to a child facility. But cities can offer critical opportunity to better realize the potential to learn through playful experiences. So I think it's important to move away from the concept of play as a playground. We need to move away from addressing children's needs primarily through playground provision. We need to approach and to have an integrated approach that can deliver the full range of spaces, streets, facilities, which are needed for a successful children infrastructure network. And these also looking, I mean, there are so many things, but also looking at the importance of nature in particular, how to create playful intervention that also create this connection with nature across the city.
Okay, noted. I have noted this for myself as well. Okay, so lastly, I want to ask you that why haven't not we been focusing on this very important developmental requirement of children in our cities previously, in your opinion?
Well, I think, I mean, because over the past decades, we've been developing cities to be effective, competitive, and smart. We have not been creating, shaping cities with people in mind, in particular children. So now with COVID in particular, there's been a change of path or direction. People-centered design, nature-centered design are becoming more important and adopted as approach in city design and planning. But for the past decades, cities have been designing as a priority to create more business, to create more space for cars. And this has basically pushed children and also other vulnerable groups out of the design of our cities, our streets, real estate developments. So this, I think, is a one reason, the priorities in city design and planning, that the focus was wrong. And another reason is that children are not considered as key stakeholders in decision making and planning. There is so limited participation of children in co-creation, in designing, in planning our cities. And it's so critical, it's so important to understand what they want and to help translate their needs into practical actions and interventions. Another reason is that there is evidence about the importance of play, but there is not enough evidence and knowledge on how to create playful cities. Again, looking beyond playgrounds, but looking at really embedded play into a practice of design and planning. So not just ad hoc intervention, but really thinking at creating playful solutions in the way we do master planning, in the way we design cities. And this is, as a result of this lack of knowledge and practice, also limited guidance for city authorities and urban practitioners on how to design playful cities, child-friendly cities. And this is why, as Arup, we have been developing the Urban Play Framework first and the Playful Cities Toolkit to really provide this guidance, which is based on evidence, is based on research, is based on existing case study, so that this approach is not just a small intervention, but is really an approach that is mainstream in the way we design our cities and the way we develop, city authorities develop policies, because that's also equally important to have a policy, like in Barcelona, for instance, that they have a play strategy to make sure that play is really adopted and integrated into the way we think about cities and we design our cities.
Yes, and we are striving towards the better future, and this is an amazing step to be included in the process. So thank you so much for sharing the in-depth information and for emphasizing the importance of play. And thank you for initiating this challenge and for educating us all along. Okay, so now coming back to the Real Play City Challenge, I understand that this framework was applied by some of the winners of the Replay City Challenge previous edition. Can you tell us more about the winning initiatives in 2020?
Yeah. So as I said, we were really impressed when we received all the applications during the 2020 edition, and it's been quite difficult to identify the winner because there is a lot happening, and that is done in a way that is really trying to have an impact. But we decided the winner for the cities category. We decided to give it to the city of Tirana because the mayor of Tirana has been developing and implementing a multi-scale child-friendly vision as a main pillar of of their work. So it's been an integrated approach, looking at the policy aspects, the physical intervention, at the same time looking at the active participation of children through the process. So that's why we decided to select the city of Tirana, the work they've been doing on child-friendly cities, as the winning organization or entity for the 2020 edition. Yeah, and there are other initiatives that are also very important. For instance, the work done from Afuera strategy in Zapopan, in Mexico, the municipality that have been basically that they've been trying to really consider the needs of children, to engage children in designing interventions to recover public spaces, and to really translate their desire, their needs into practical interventions. Another intervention really interesting from Istanbul, where they launched the hop-up playgrounds that look basically bringing this concept of play beyond the physical background, but across the city. Also, they are engaging like some physical intervention at the same time, also engaging community groups to support the play activities across the city. And then in the category of placemakers, we selected BRAC, the community-based play lab that is implemented in Dhaka in Bangladesh, where they've been using available space with the social economic disadvantage areas, creating basically these labs for play to promote learning through play for children in a very fragile or vulnerable area of Bangladesh.
Amazing. So we can find the content and the project details in the Real Placity challenge or the Real Play Coalition website as well, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay. So we'll link it in the description box below. Okay. So people are doing things around the world, but why should people apply to this edition or to this challenge?
I think knowing the success of the previous edition, I think this is going to be even more successful. Also because there are three specific topics that are extremely important, and also to look at how through play we can actually address those challenges. And we think I think that the 2022 edition also gives a great opportunity to make the work of cities, of placemakers visible to a global audience, also to become a thought leader and advocate for play worldwide. In fact, the awarded initiatives will be published and featured in different global platforms that reach to cities and practitioners, and also inspire local actors to make impactful changes in their context. Also, the participants, the winners, we have the chance to connect with like-minded organizations that have the same objectives, and also we receive workshops from experts and from the Real Play City Challenge member organizations such as Arup, IKEA, Lego Foundation, National Geographic, UNICEF, and PlacemakingX.
Yes, definitely, it's an amazing opportunity for the people to showcase their project and share worldwide, and we can benefit from it together. Okay, so how can I apply if I am a city or urban practitioner with an initiative that could win the award?
Yeah, well, all information is online, but you just basically need to fill in the form on the official website. answer a few questions about you or your company and about the project or initiative that you want to promote. You will also have to submit a 1-minute video telling us why you think your initiative should be the winner of the Real Placity Challenge. If you are applying as a city, you need a letter that confirms that you are allowed to represent the municipality or the local government. Then, in terms of the process, the submitted initiative will be evaluated by the organizing team, who will choose 15 finalists that will be made public at the Placemaking Week Europe, which is taking place in Portovedra in Spain in September, between the 27th and the 30th of September. And then there will be a jury, a panel of recognized experts and global leaders who will select the finals winners from the shortlisted candidates. And the Real Placity Challenge will award 2 winners from each theme. And 1 winning initiative will be initiated by cities and 1 initiated by urban practitioners. And in total, so we will have 6 winners at the end. And there will be special mention will be granted to projects that can still be an inspiration to others. And the final winners will be announced in November 2022.
Awesome. I'm excited to see that happen. Okay, so finally, please tell us the deadlines for this edition.
So you can register your interest today at our website, which is www.realplacitychallenge.org. You will receive a newsletter with additional information about the regional events, podcasts, and webinars that we're organizing to promote the challenge, and some inspiring information to prepare your application. The applications are already open and they close on September 4th, 2022.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sara. Thank you so much for your time. And it was amazing learning from you. And I'm looking forward to this challenge. I hope people learn from it and people participate as well. So thank you everyone for listening to us. Please visit the website www.realplacitychallenge.org for more information. And we are waiting for your submissions and your feedback. Thank you, Sara. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you.